Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, shalom, wagwan. How is everybody doing? I hope you all are okay. And we okay. How are you, brother?
Praise you, I'm fine.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, it's Mugi and brother. Yeah, what do you prefer? What name do you prefer?
Israel.
Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So today we are back on the road. Doing the work of the Most High. We are going to a ministry somewhere in Iganga. Okay. And I wanted us to talk to you, or I wanted my brother to teach me and teach you who are listening in about religion, Christianity, Islam, and other religions. But in Uganda, those are the two most common religions. So, according to the Bible, are we called to identify or belong to any of those religions? That's my question to you.
To me?
Yeah.
On that matter, I can just speak on my perspective as an Israelite, a believer in Yahuwah, the Elohim of Yeshua. So as an Israelite, we are called to follow the laws, commandments, and statutes of Yahuwah. We have the everlasting covenant, and we're bound by that covenant from generation to generation forever. So that covenant is not a religion. The covenant is a lifestyle, is a culture. So that's all I can say on that matter.
Okay. Now, on the same matter, we have the Bible, which is the basis of belief and lifestyle, because everything is in the Bible. Or do this, don't do that, and the law is in the Bible. Okay? The Christians too follow the Bible. Okay? Is that a contradiction? Do you see that as a contradiction? I.e., okay, we are Christians, but we follow the Bible. We teach the Bible.
I would say, from my understanding, as a former Christian,
show the accident. Wow, there's been an accident here. I hope nobody lost their life.
As a former Christian, someone who grew up in a typical American Christian home, the Christians don't follow the Bible. What they follow is a religious framework, philosophy that's based on the political system of the Roman Emperor Constantine, and has been passed down through Rome to the rest of Europe, the Western world, and then to other nations. They don't follow the Bible, they use the Bible, and they interpret what they read in the Bible according to the framework and philosophy of the Christian religion. So it's a difference. As an Israelite, I endeavor to follow what is actually written according to its intent, whereas Christians on the whole follow Christian doctrine, and then in their Christian doctrine they use the Bible to their own means.
Okay. So, look, there is also, obviously, I grew up Christian, and I've been going to church for a very long time now. Okay? So, I used to go to a born-again Christian church. And my pastor, he used to read from the Bible and kind of justify or affirm Christianity using the Bible. I.e., he says that the word Christianity is derived from the idea of or being Christ-like. I.e., so those who follow Christ are Christ-like. Hence, Christianity. You know, the word Christianity. Also, he reads from the Bible that those who follow Christ were first called Christians in Antioch. I'm not a good, should I say, student of the Bible. Like, you know, I can't quote the Bible verse, chapter, or the book, but that's what he taught, and I was there when he was teaching that. Okay, so maybe if you can give us some background on that scripture, and you know, kind of, obviously he has his own understanding of that scripture where he says, oh, the followers of Christ were first called Christians in Antioch, hence we should be Christians. So carry on.
Well, the term Christianos, which is translated as Christian, was used before the time of the Messiah. So Christians were adherents to followers of pagan gods.
Hold on a minute. So what you is, there were people who identified as Christians, or there were people who were called Christians before Christ. Okay, that's important to note. Okay. Carry on.
So, if and I understand that this is the popular doctrine that Christians are called Christian because they're Christ-like. But when we look at history and the origin of words, Christians were followers of pagan religions before the time of the Messiah. So if we say that it means Christ-like, how can that apply to these pagan worshippers who were called Christians before the time of Messiah, right? Were they Christ-like? Which Christ?
Because there was no Christ. If indeed they were Christians before Christ. So it's not consistent with, what I just said or what I understood of as being a Christian. Go ahead, please.
And you don't see the disciples or the followers of the Mashiach calling themselves Christians. They call themselves Nazarenes. They call themselves followers of the way, Haderek. But you don't see them calling themselves Christians. Again, remember, the followers of Mashiach were Israelites. Christian is a foreign word. It's a foreign term. So why would Hebrews refer to themselves according to a foreign word? Christian is not a Hebrew word, right? Now, when it says that they were first called Christians at Antioch, the people that called them Christians were pagans.
Hold on a minute. So what you're saying is the people who called the followers of Christ Christians were pagans.
Right.
And Christians before Christ, Christians who existed before Christ, were pagans.
Right.
So why would they do that? Why would they call followers of Christ Christians? And yet we now, according to what you're teaching, is that Christians before Christ were pagans. And then now we see them calling followers of Christ, or because Christ taught righteousness. He taught the law. He encouraged following the law and keeping the commandments of the Most High. So why would then the pagans refer to the followers of Christ as Christians?
Because if you're an outsider, you're not a Hebrew, and you don't speak Hebrew, everything that you see, you're going to interpret according to a foreign culture. You're going to use foreign language to label things, right? So there was an incident with Shaul or Paul and Barnabas, where they went to a certain city and they were preaching the word of the Most High. And the people of that city called Paul and Barnabas according to the names of their gods, of pagan gods. They gave Paul, said that, oh, Paul, he's this pagan god that has come down to us to share this truth with us. The same thing with Barnabas. They called Barnabas after the name of one of their pagan gods. So, do you think that Paul and Barnabas accepted that and started calling themselves the names of these pagan gods?
I don't think so.
Right, they rejected that. So the same thing with the term Christian. It was these foreigners, these pagans that were hearing these Israelites, these Hebrews, sharing the word of the Most High, and through foreign eyes, they called these Israelites Christians. But the Israelites themselves, the followers of the Mashiach themselves, did not use this foreign term to describe themselves.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. So let's touch on Islam. Now, Islam is also a religion, and they have their own book. They have a book they follow. I understand that they believe, or they believe in the prophets. They believe in books, Torah being one of the books which they believe in. they call it the Tauret. Am I right? Huh?
I'm not sure what they call it in Arabic.
Okay, so don't hold me to that. But the Muslims believe in the Torah. So somebody please let me know what the Muslims call the Torah. You know, maybe it's the Tauret, I don't know, don't hold me to that. But yeah, they have the Quran as well, and then several other books. So they too can justify their faith or what they believe in, because they have the book, which is the Quran, and several other books. So just as the Israelites have the Bible, okay, so do the Muslims. And I mean, does that not justify or validate their religion?
Well, from my perspective as an Israelite and my understanding of Islam, that Islam is a religion that is based on the framework of Arabic culture. You know, there was an Arab, right? So, as an Israelite, I am not an Arab. The Most High, Yahuwah, made a covenant with the nation of Yisrael, with the nation of Israel. So I'm bound by that covenant. So, you know, whatever the Arabs believe, you know, whatever prophets that were given to the Arabs, that's really not my concern. I'm not an Arab. So for me, I follow the word of Yahuwah that was spoken to the Israelites through Israelite prophets. So that's how I take, you know, Islam. You know, I'm not an Arab, so it doesn't really concern me.
You know, there are several teachers out there, and I've seen, you know, I try to follow. No, not really follow, but listen to several of them. Now, there is one particular one who taught that all religion is man-made. Your thoughts on that before I proceed?
Well, I mean,
and this I refer to Christian religion, Islam as a religion, and maybe there are several other religions.
Well, you have various man-made philosophies and religious systems. Some of them, their origin is man-made. Some of them, their origin is other. And when I say other, we have different nations in the world, and each nation has a contact with a mighty one. You know, a non-human being, should we say. The covenant that the nation of Yisrael has is a covenant with the mighty one whose name is Yahuwah. So each mighty one makes their conditions with the nation with which they make a contract with. So like I talked about, you know, the Arabic religion, it doesn't really concern me because I'm not an Arab. As an Israelite, I'm concerned with the terms and conditions that the Mighty One of Israel made with his people.
Okay, so, but would you concur? Because, like I say, I try to listen to different teachers, different speakers. You know what I'm saying? And compare the messages. But would you agree with now this particular teacher who said all religion is man-made?
Well, like I said, there are elements that are man-made, and there are elements that are not man-made.
Okay.
So there are spirit beings that are not human that influence nations and individuals. So,
okay.
That's what it
Now the other thing that he said is all religion is false. What do you make of that?
Well, false concerning what? For example.
Well, because all these religions, they say that they're here for. They're like vessels through which people worship.
Mm-hmm.
They are forms of worship and of the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
They say.
Mm-hmm.
So, but here, this preacher is saying that all religion is man-made, and if it's true that religion is a vessel through which we worship and praise and relate with our Creator, then I think it would be fair for these religions to be given by the Creator. So he says that all religion are not given by the Creator. We're not given by the Creator. Hence, they are man-made. It makes sense. But now, since they are man-made, they are false in the context of being used to connect, relate, worship, to the Creator, to the Most High. So what do you make of that when he says that, they are man-made, hence they are false, in the context of being used by those who believe in those religions to connect, to relate, to worship, to to the Most High?
Like I said, I can only speak as an Israelite. So, as an Israelite, I'm in covenant with the Mighty One whose name is Yahuwah. And he's given his laws, commandments, and statutes to the nation of Israel. So, I can say that other religions are false from that perspective, that as an Israelite, I'm not to follow the religions of other people, but I'm only to follow the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. So for me, those religions are false.
Okay. Sorry, we're trying to find some parking space here. So yeah, this is Iganga town. We just arrived in Iganga town, where we have come to reach out. There is a ministry, children's ministry, elder, they take care of the elderly. They do things, and my brother Israel, connected with this ministry way before he arrived in Uganda, and we've been coming and going, and trying to see how we can get involved in the work that they are doing. I say children's ministry, you know, they look after orphans, they look after the elderly as well. So we would like to get involved and see how we can help. So we're about helping, and anything we can do to help, we will see, and we would like to do that. So right now we are in Iganga town, and we are going to be reaching out. Okay, I'll take care of that. So guys, that has been our brother giving us his perspective of religion, you know what I'm saying, and his understanding of, you know, religion. So we'll be learning, and that is why he came down to Uganda, is to teach. Okay, so anyway, we are going to step out of the car and go to the market side and pick up one or two things, and then head over to this ministry. So thank you for always watching my videos. Thank you for supporting, and I appeal to you to please continue supporting the work that I do here on the channel. You can do that by becoming a member. So you consider becoming a member by clicking the join button. You know, you can check me out on Patreon. Link is in the description. Check out my PayPal. Link is in the description. You know, you can you know, get involved in the work that we are doing. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Peace out.